we got to go with America's team. The Dallas Cowboys got their first win over New England in 25 years in an overtime thriller. Ended in a walk-off touchdown for CeeDee Lamb.
Wild game.
So, I mean, did the Patriots crack the Cowboys? Like, did they crack the code for the Cowboys, or has New England kind of figured something out? What's happening?
I feel like New England has kind of figured something out with Mac Jones, because if you look at the kid week in and week out, he's being allowed to do, like we talked about, just a little more each week. And, he's feeling kind of down, right, after the pick six to Trayvon Diggs. But we're talking about first play right after, like, let's go attack the guy, 75-yard bomb, double move. Like, I love the fearlessness. I love the absolute factor that he would go out there and he wouldn't shy away from the moment, because he's going to be a guy on the field. This guy's an MVP talks, and we're talking about him in a greater facet later on in the show. But when you talk about the Patriots run game, 4.7 yards per carry, and also 2 touchdowns there as well. It's kind of shocking to see that the Cowboys did have the 5th best run defense in the NFL. Patriots go out there, and that doesn't even feel like a factor. I mean, they're able to kind of push the Cowboys around in this game, and that shows you, look, Cowboys get a team that's got another really smart man on the other side of the field for the head coach. It's going to be a battle for you, no question. But you look at, the Patriots never had a drive of more than 4 plays until the fourth quarter. So the fact that that was in play, the fact that the Cowboys were clicking so much on offense, I mean, you've talked about it. The offense is absolutely ridiculous. With New England being able to take it down to the wire, it shows you that the Cowboys have some sort of scheme within them that, hey, you can push them around on the field. And yeah, they got away with the W. And I know you don't like moral victories, but I would feel great as a Patriots fan today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't stand for moral victories in the slightest.
I know. I know.
What you saw out there was some extremely undisciplined football meshed together with extremely arrogant play calling. Just to start the game off, they went for a 4th and 1 on their own 34 and missed it, and that's how New England went up 7-0.
Yep.
That's why the yards and the play discrepancy was so ridiculous, because New England was working with a lot of short fields. I mean, if you looked at the actual stats from the game, you would be mind blown at how it is that this game went to overtime.
Right.
I mean, Dallas had 32 first downs to New England's 17. They ran 82 plays to New England's 50. You ran 32 more plays than the other team, and y'all went to overtime?
Right.
How is that even possible? They outgained New England by 232 yards. The turnover battle was even, but the turnovers were not created equal.
Right.
There was a goal line fumble and then a red zone interception. It's like you move the ball the length of the field, and you turn the ball over in the end zone, and then you turn around, you get stops. But it's like they weren't doing what they were supposed to do. So, I mean, you look at the penalty discrepancy, 12 penalties for 115 yards for Dallas. They were 3 for 13 on 3rd down and 2 for 4 on 4th down. They had very aggressive and arrogant play calling, extremely undisciplined plays, and they just didn't capitalize like they were supposed to.
Yeah.
The game was way closer than it should have been. But that being said, New England did what they were supposed to do. I mean, the number 5 rush defense, just like I told you a couple of weeks ago, that was all relative to who Dallas had played and the way their offense is playing.
Right.
When your offense is clicking and you're scoring a lot of points, other teams abandon the run. So they actually don't run very often.
Yeah.
Same thing for Tampa. When teams abandon the run against you, all of a sudden you have the best rush defense in the league, but your rush defense actually isn't that good.
Yeah.
People aren't making attempts. So, I mean, New England played as well as they could have. I mean, someone should probably tell Mac Jones that Trayvon Diggs isn't who you should be throwing the ball at.
He is the defensive player of the year currently.
Like he went at Trayvon Diggs like he thought his name was Mac Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Jones. What are you doing? You threw a pick six and he turned around and threw it at him again. It did work the second time, but that was just a blown coverage.
Yeah.
But like even on the pick, like it was a slight overthrow. The ball should have been caught.
Right.
So, I mean, there were multiple times where receivers did drop the ball, but I think the training wheel's got to be taken off the New England offense. I don't think they've quite figured anything out yet until we see a time where they let Mac put up 30, 35, 40 passes in a game and just unleash him. They're running the ball too much. They're punting, kicking entirely too often. It's way too vanilla, way too just conservative.
Yep.
I mean, Dallas they've showed that they can win close games. They can score points. Even though this game was tight, they still put up 35 points.
Yeah.
I mean, it's understood that it doesn't matter who you are. If you play against the Cowboys, you're going to have to score 30 plus, or you're not going to win.
100%. And you look at New England with 2 first-half turnovers, and the fact that the Cowboys were able to rebound from that, the fact that this offense in general of New England's was able to hang with the Cowboys, it's unacceptable on Dallas's part. So I think it definitely speaks figures.
Yeah, I mean, by the numbers, it didn't hang with them. It was just...
by the numbers, no. Out. But I mean, look at the turnovers and look at the positions that the Patriots put themselves in certain parts of that game. I mean, they made plays when they had to. They hung in there. I know the score. I know the numbers are different, but I'd be happy about the score, definitely.
I mean, my blood pressure's still high.
You still there? Still watching the game?
I haven't recovered. It's going to take a blowout for the Jets for me to get over that. I'm just not there yet.